Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us tonight. Now, reforms in the tea subsector, a leading foreign exchange earner, seem to be gaining traction, and it appears some farmers are beginning to reap the benefits. However, despite this year's bonus payment being the highest in the past 3 years, there are farmers who are yet to feel the positive impact of these reforms. Reason? Some factories did well, but others not so much. Martin Menendez spoke to different farmers and also visited Gitugi Tea Factory in Nyeri, whose farmers earned the highest for their tea this year, and filed the following report.
At this expansive tea farm in Gedudhine, Othaya, Nyeri County, we find George Wambogo, a tea farmer. On this day, he is not plucking his tea but making rounds on his farm to make sure all is well. However, he is not. He feels disappointed as what he had hoped for in terms of returns did not materialize.
Kwanza niseme shinda ya wakulima wa Iriaine wako na shida kubwa sana kwa sababu walileta ile quality mzuri ya majani chai, walipeleka quality mzuri ya majani chai, lakini walilipwa peni kidogo ya 38 shillings.
Wambogo feels cheated. He says the promise of change through tea reforms has fallen short, and he and over 6,000 other farmers at Iriaine Tea Factory are not a happy lot.
Wakati ilikuwa inakuja, tulikuwa tumeelezwa mkulima atalipwa pesa ya maana, atalipwa pesa nono. Tulikuwa tumeambiwa mambo ya booms. Lakini niwaambie ukweli, pesa ile wakulima walilipwa hata hawakuweza kulipa madeni yao ya Green Feather, madeni yao ya bank, madeni yao hata ile ya microfinance hawakuweza kulipa. Hiyo ni pesa kidogo sana.
Wambogo feels that the reforms have only served to benefit those they elected as representatives, and that the power they wanted as farmers is now in the hands of directors whom he accuses of failing them.
Tunauliza kwa sababu tuliambiwa mambo ya reform. Hii reform kwani ilienda kwa directors ama ilikuwa ya mkulima? Kwa sababu tunaomba kama serikali ingetaka ama ikumbali, mkulima apewe nguvu ya kuondoa directors. Kama tunaona directors haendi vizuri, tukumbalishwe huyo director, tunafanya ile inaitwa impeachment na anatoka mara moja.
However, not so far from where he is, we find a group of farmers at one of Gitugi Tea Factory tea buying centers. Their faces tell it all. They have reaped from what they sowed. They were the highest paid tea farmers in the country at 57 shillings and 30 cents for every kilo of green leaf delivered. One of them is Magdalene Wanjiko. She has been a farmer for over 20 years.
Wakati tulikuwa tumepewa pesa nyingi zaidi ni 56, ikakuja 46, ikakuja 36, ikakuja 26. Sasa kutoka hapo ndio marekebisho iliingia. Hapo ndio tulianza kupata at least kitu kidogo. Kwa mfano bonus tulipewa 57. Sasa hata next time labda watupe even 100 tutaweza furahia.
For those that got good returns, they are motivated and eager to better their yields, attributing the better earnings to those they elected to represent them as directors. But they say more can be done to ensure they earn more.
Abua tushune ile quality nzuri, tushune matawi mawili na kasidano. Tuko na imani na wao watatuongoza vizuri mpaka tupate 100.
Bei ya mwezi shilingi 21 tuongezewe, hata kama itafika 30 itakuwa sawa. Bonus nayo tumefurahia juu tuko mbele, lakini tuko tu nyuma juu tulikuwa madeni watu walikuwa nayo hawajaweza kulipa, na tukipewa zaidi hata kama tufikishwe 100 na kitu hata zaidi hatuwezi kataa.
And so we head to Gitugi Tea Factory to understand what they're doing that is different and what has made them pay their farmers relatively well compared to other factories in the same region. I am at the Gitugi Tea Factory in Othaya, Nyeri County, the factory that paid 57 shillings and 30 cents to the farmer for every kilo of green leaf delivered. They say diversification and good quality is the answer to the farmers' woes. We're here to explore that narrative.
Normally we produce 30% or less of orthodox tea, but this year we produced a lot more, like over 200% of what we produced previously. and because Orthodox was selling very well. And why Orthodox was selling very well, there was such high demand, sometimes we were overwhelmed, is because when Sri Lanka's market crashed.
According to Muthoni, global dynamics in the tea market had shifted significantly, and as a board, they made some bold decisions that paid off.
Then the buyers learnt about our Orthodox, so then the demand just came suddenly. And this was a difficult decision because we didn't know whether we are doing the right thing. But we said, if there is money, why don't we just go ahead? So that is the biggest factor.
The Orthodox tea that is produced here is from the same farmers, but they explain that it is produced differently at the factory level, and it was an investment aimed at giving the farmer a safety net in the fluctuating tea market. The tea farmer, however, was given the responsibility of ensuring they produce quality tea.
Orthodox tea is a rolled tea. 2 leaves and a bud, and then it's rolled. Then it's oxidized, and then fired, and then graded. So we say it is whole leaf. City, it's cut, tier, and curry. So it's cut into small particles. So unlike the Orthodox, which is whole leaf.
A month you pluck for 3 to 4 cycles. That is the soft leaf. That soft leaf is able to make the right quality of Orthodox. That has the light demand, has the flavors.
They are, however, quick to add that the Orthodox tea is not a silver bullet in the tea subsector. They say it takes collective effort to change the fortunes of the tea farmer, as the sector is plagued by people who do not have the farmer's interest at heart. The Kenya Tea Board, on its part, saying farmers are losing billions to predators through activities such as tea hawking.
And it's reforming slowly because this sector has a lot of money and a lot of temptations. So people, and then it has a lot of predators because people want money and they'll do anything to get it. So we have to be very protective of the farmers' money.
King has been costing, particularly at the small scale, 53.5 billion shillings if you take it to the value. And also, it's also eroding on the quality of the teas.
For the tea farmer, today seems better than yesterday, but they hope that tomorrow will be even better. As they say, despite the good prices, it is not where